a what-if moment. As in, what if you only had 10 minutes left with the person you love most in the world? How would you spend it? Or, there's these 3 sisters, but it's only ever the nice one, the good daughter who's punished, and never the evil ones. Cinderella, right? But I'm thinking more Leah. So often, it's just the germ of an idea popping into your head, often when you least expect it. A song, a line or 2 from a novel, 2 blokes arguing on the tube. And you play around with it, you know, explore, see where it might take you. A plot begins to develop, a storyline around this what if, you know? And if you're really, really lucky, characters too, making their first appearance, even though you have no idea who they are, what they're saying, or why. Yet. And the weird thing is, often these characters just seem to arrive, uninvited, unannounced, chatting away 19 to the dozen, and you could be in the bath, or having a wee, or you could wake up in the middle of the night with the best play ever going on up here. I mean, you have basically out-Shakespeared Shakespeare, or Beckett, or Pinter. Or at least you think you have. I mean, it is 3 o'clock in the morning after all, and no way are you going back to sleep after that BAFTA-winning performance! Of course, that just leaves the small matter of writing it all out, your masterpiece. So you scramble frantically for a pen, pencil, quill. I mean, whatever writing implement you can muster at 3 o'clock in the morning. But actually, you end up sending unintelligible texts to yourself on your phone, trying really, really hard to remember all those sublime iambic pentameters that were ringing out so elegantly only seconds before, but which are already fading. Word of warning, folks. All that amazing dialogue that comes to you at night, absolute rubbish by the morning. More often than not, in the cold light of day, can't explain why or anything, but trust me, it's usually rubbish. But you persevere, persist through thick and thin, no choice but to. And your play begins, imperceptibly at first, to take on shape, form, a structure, a body of work. It gets longer still. Strands come together and coalesce. Extracts become scenes, become acts, become a play. Your play. And by this stage, you are on fire, obsessed, every waking moment, and it's like you're properly alive. I know, it sounds pretentious, right? But every writer will tell you the same thing. It becomes effortless, unstoppable. You're writing, and before you know it, there's 40, 50, 100 pages staring back at you. Your play that you wrote, that I wrote. What I'm trying to say is that by now it has something about it, your play. You know, and you stop sleeping, eating. You put off going to the loo. Hold it just in case you miss the light bulb moment. And it's around about this time that you'll start fantasising, imagining your play being performed, and I'm talking National Royal Court, Old Vic, mind you know, not some sweaty room in a pub above Kentish Town. And with the likes of Emma Thompson and Ralph Fiennes playing the leads, Dame Judi Dench, Colin Firth. I used to really fancy him. Never returns my calls, though. And get this, right? Sometimes I imagine the audience on their feet after my play, cheering, bravo, bravo, demanding that the virtuoso playwright come and take her rightful place alongside Dame Judy, Sir Kenneth, and Colin. And I will write glowing reviews of my play. Rumours of the demise of modern British theatre have been grossly exaggerated. For last night at the Olivier, a phenomenal new writing talent emerged. Dream on, hon. So over the next couple of weeks, months, the real hard work begins. New characters come along. Existing are wiped out with a single stroke of the keyboard. Annihilation! Bits of scenes, whole scenes are shifted about and copy-pasted. Dialogue is trimmed, first a comma here, then a hyphen there, but with each tiny amendment spawning 1,000 more. So what begins as tinkering turns into, well, wholesale genocide, basically. It is so sad, so fucking sad when you have to concede with unbearable sadness that they have to go. All those lines that you put so much time into, so much love even, they simply have to go. Oh. And then you mourn them, like old friends. Oh, and you read your play aloud, over and over in the relentless neurotic hunt for repetition, dissonance, anomaly, to justify every word, every syllable, searching online for synonyms, which is a terrible idea. Never ever do that. And you're left wondering why the words you're staring at so blankly on the screen are just so, oh God, pedestrian and banal, compared with the glorious production you've been rehearsing up here in the best theatre in the world. Breathe out. Print. Bury your play in a drawer with supreme nonchalance. You know, like it's no big deal or anything. Lock it. Hide the key. Basically con yourself into thinking that you're not going to think about your play for a couple of days. You know, give yourself a breather. Definitely not going to think about it. Which is good, right? Because that frees you up to, you know, get on with your life. Eat. Sleep. Sometimes even at night. You know, text your friends just on the off chance they still remember who you are, you know, normal things. When in fact you do precisely none of the above. Because while your play is locked safely in a drawer, and here I can only speak for myself of course, because what I actually end up doing is lying in bed all day, reading self-help books, with titles such as How Plays Work. How to write a good play. The playwright's companion to not writing utter shite. When I'm not reading Hedda Gabler for the 97th time. Or The Cherry Orchard. Or Jerusalem. Or Godot. Desperately trying to understand how they did it. The successful ones. You know, drinking it in. Gesting the magic formula for writing a truly great play. As though genius can somehow be, I don't know, absorbed, imbibed, copy-pasted into one's own writing. Abra-cadabra. Yeah, I know, right? And this process will go on for about 2, maybe 3 weeks. Until I find an unfamiliar key in my underwear drawer. That key. So I liberate my play from its dusty tomb, decamp to the living room sofa, feet up, nice fluffy cushion, hastily made cup of coffee, which will remain resolutely undrunk on the floor next to me. Heart pounding in my ears. Deep breath in, sharpened pencil at the ready, and reacquaint myself with an old friend. It's not that bad. In places. You know, some parts, at least, are not that bad. When can I read it? Begs my mum. Soon. Mum, I reply, but without really meaning it. Really soon, hopefully. My mum. My biggest fan. My only fan. My mum who loves every word, every syllable I have written will ever write. My mum, who is unstintingly generous in praise of her little girl, if a teensy bit biased. So then I email her with a long preamble, excuses, basically. Only a draft, Mum. Long way to go. Already working on the second one, which is a lot better. And rounding it all off with, feel free to criticise, Mum. Always value your input. Love, Megan. Which is a big, fat lie. Because really all I wanted to say is only nice things about my play. But without sounding patronising. She knows what to say. My lovely mum. And then, it's competition time. Yes! Oh, no, wait, you just hang on right there. First, it's the form filling in. Hey. Title of play. List and description of characters. Equal opportunities form! I flirt with the idea of maybe ticking the mobility impaired box. I mean, it can't hurt, right? And finally, in 100 words or less, please tell us what makes you write, why you write, what makes you tick, and why your play is so freaking good anyway. Well, because I'm worth it, darling. Remembering, of course, to not include my name on the original script, your computer says no. Check I've complied with fonts and formatting. Browse computer for correct version. Upload. Deep breath. Oh, with yourself. Oh, and send the fucker! And may God bless your play and all who sail in her. And then precisely 1 millisecond later, ding! You have email. Dear playwright, thank you so much for submitting your brilliant play to our exciting new Festival of Shorts. And yes, we do appreciate how much time and dedication it takes to write, and so we really do appreciate your submission. Every submission will be read. Yeah, of course it will. A shortlist will be drawn up. Shortlisted writers will be contacted, and if selected, a director will be assigned to cast and rehearse your piece before it is performed in our extremely versatile studio space above the King's Head, the Green Man, the Cat and Fiddle. So exciting! Not. La-di-la-di-la. Weeks pass. Months, even. On one memorable occasion, 2.5 years. I've forgotten I'd even applied to that one. Until, bing! You have email. Dear playwright, we were simply overwhelmed with submissions, literally inundated. And they were absolutely brilliant, every single one of them. Yeah, of course they were. Humbling, yeah. So much talent, clearly. Such a hard decision to make. Yeah, but you've clearly managed to make one, haven't you? And then the important bit, known in the trade as the slap in the face, kick in the bollocks, believed as applicable. Unfortunately, on this occasion, your piece was not successful. I repeat, not successful. And don't ask for any feedback this time, because you ain't getting it. Unfortunately, on this occasion, your piece was not successful. Which means I'm not. No, in fact, thinking about it, I am just a complete waste of... Sorry. I've got to go. Idea for a new play. I'll let you read it once it's finished. Bye.